In the world of emergency medicine, excellence isn't just something that happens by chance. It's built on solid habits. So, we're going to break down 7 essential habits that really define top-performing physicians.
We've organized these 7 habits into 3 main areas. First, how you interact with your patients. Second, how you operate within your professional environment. And finally, and this is a big one, how you take care of yourself.
So let's start with part 1. This is all about the core of the job, the patient interface, right there in the emergency department, or ED.
Okay, habit number 1 is all about prioritizing with a system. The ED is predictably unpredictable, right? But your response to the chaos can't be. Having a consistent system is what separates managing the flow from just reacting to it.
A really effective approach is to triage your own attention. So first things first, stabilize your sickest patients. Next, you've got to create flow. That means processing discharges and managing admissions to open up beds. Only then do you move on to the new patients. This system keeps the entire department moving forward.
Habit number 2, be meticulous. In an environment where every second counts, it can be tempting to move fast. But a single missed detail, a lab value, a subtle change in vitals can completely change a patient's outcome.
In practice, this means you're doing a meticulous review of the patient assessment, you're rechecking any abnormal vital signs, and you're making sure your documentation is precise. Every one of these steps is a safeguard against making a mistake.
And the third habit is all about communication. You need to build rapport, and fast. In such a stressful place, just taking a moment to connect with someone, to explain things clearly, and to show some compassion, honestly, that can be just as healing as any medical treatment.
Of course, excellent patient care doesn't just happen on its own. So now, let's shift gears to part 2 and look at the professional habits that make it all possible, focusing on teamwork and personal development.
So, habit number 4 is to be a team player. The ED isn't a collection of individuals, it's a single unit of physicians, nurses, techs, and other staff who all depend on each other. A smooth workflow is completely dependent on how well you collaborate.
And the difference is pretty clear, isn't it? A physician who works in a silo and doesn't delegate, well, they create bottlenecks. But a physician who's collaborative, who respects every single role and communicates openly, they create an efficient and much safer environment for everybody.
5th on our list is a commitment to lifelong learning. In emergency medicine, things change constantly. Last year's best practice could easily be outdated this year. If you stand still, you're actually falling behind.
And this means more than just casual reading. It means you're actively going to conferences, you're analyzing new research in journals, and you're seeking out mentors to learn from their experience.
The 6th habit is setting goals, both professional and personal. When you define your short and long-term objectives, you give yourself a clear sense of purpose, and that is so important for preventing career stagnation and burnout.
And that brings us to our final part. This last habit is really the foundation that makes all the others sustainable. It's about building a personal foundation that supports your performance for the long run.
Habit 7 is simply to take care of yourself. Now, this isn't an indulgence, it's a professional obligation. Your ability to care for other people is directly tied to how well you care for yourself. It's your primary defense against burnout.
This really boils down to the fundamentals of well-being: eating a healthy diet, getting regular exercise, making sure you get enough sleep, and protecting time in your schedule for your family, friends, and hobbies.
So let's quickly pull all of this together. These 7 habits really are a complete framework for excellence in your practice.
As you can see right here, it starts with a system for patient care, moves into how you collaborate and grow, and it's all supported by making your own health a real priority.
So as we finish up, just ask yourself this: which one of these habits could you start working on today to make the biggest impact on your practice?